Hello, hello. Welcome to day 3. How are we feeling? Let me know in the chat. So today is where we really quantum jump into your solidified timeline. Something insane just happened to me before hopping on. I was looking at my phone and it was 12:29 and then it jumped to 12:32. This has never happened to me before. It jumped to 12:32. And I go, "Wait, no, like I'm on time." Like that's and then it jumped back to 12:29 and then it jumped to 12:34. Like my phone, I'm looking at my phone and we're shifting through timelines. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a fucking game or joke. It's real. That has never happened to me before. So we're in a portal. We are in a quantum portal. Wow. That's insane. So today is all about becoming a master of receiving. Day 1, we spent some time clarifying the strength of your signal, cleaning up the vibrational baggage so that you could emanate and radiate a powerful signal that the field can scan and read and know exactly what it is that you are a vibrational match to. So then the next day, we accessed the quantum field, understanding that anything can happen right now. You don't have to keep expecting things to unfold as they've been unfolding. The story doesn't have to stay the same. And then we worked on timeline selection. Once I access the field, I can get clear on my best case scenario and I can choose the timeline that I prefer, that I desire. And then I can do this thing called vibrational priming, vibrational preparation to start closing the vibrational gap. And then we got really clear on what the timeline you selected feels like. How does it vibrate? And then we also got clear on what you might be doing that's not a vibrational match to that future self. What actions, what preparation, what steps, what things you need to be doing to actually hold that reality, right? I asked some of you, if you were to wake up tomorrow with 100,000 followers, are you prepared? Do you show up at that level? Do you give at that level? Can your infrastructure hold that level? And you can apply that to whatever it is you want to manifest. So now that we've activated the dormant potential, right? You've identified this best case scenario you haven't had access to because maybe you've been looping in the same, more of the same. Now it's time for you to receive. It's time for you to receive. We have 2 dominant states of being. We have receiving and then we have repelling. And that's what we're going to talk about today so you can begin to recognize when you are receiving and when you are repelling. And then we're going to work on some receiving techniques. I want to ask you something and let me know in the chat. Have you ever felt uncomfortable receiving a compliment? Have you ever felt uncomfortable receiving a gift? Have you ever felt uncomfortable being at the center of the room or a conversation? Yes. Yes, all the time. Yes, very much so. Yes, yep. I want you to understand something. When you were receiving goodness from other people, when they were recognizing you, when they were acknowledging you, when they were flooding you with reflections of your worthiness, why were you rejecting it? Why were you struggling to receive it? Because you have forgotten how to receive love. It all comes down to your ability and your capacity to receive love. You see, money vibrates at the same frequency of love. Everything you could possibly manifest vibrate in its highest potentiality, manifests or vibrates at the speed of love. Why? Well, let's say you had the amount of money that you wanted and you would be able to support yourself. You would be able to comfortably provide for your family. You would be able to have fun and do leisure activities, and you would be able to experience more of what is available in this time-space reality. All of that sounds like love to me. It sounds like your worthiness. So one of the main things we're going to be working on today is, when did I start blocking love? Can you see the correlation? You see, source already has your solution, is ready to rearrange reality on your behalf, is ready to orchestrate every synchronistic meetup, crossing of paths, whatever you need for the materialization of your desire to happen. And the number one way that we resist it and we repel all of that magic, that goodness, and that beauty is when we don't feel loved and we don't feel worthy. We're going to do some work in your Akashic Records. We're going to identify a significant memory or moment or experience that closed the heart chakra and shut you down from being receptive to love, receptive to your inherent worth, receptive to abundance. And it usually always has something to do with how someone else has perceived us or their inability to properly provide for us. And then we take all of that stuff, that human stuff, and we assign it to Source. And we say, see, Source, I'm not loved. Because if I were loved, they wouldn't have said this. They wouldn't have done this. They wouldn't have treated me this way. And Source is just going, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. Why are you bringing that into your relationship with me? Inviting you to close your eyes. Calling your higher self in to support you, your high vibrational angels to support you. I see some ancestors in the field who want to support you, surrounding you, beaming this love, this perfect love towards you. An undeniable support, interest, commitment, dedication, devotion for you, to you, with you. Feel this now. The universe is so interested in you, so interested in everything that you are interested in and everything that you have going on in this incarnation. Fixated on you in this moment. Do you feel it? How important you are. You wouldn't exist if creation hadn't required for you to exist, for this game to be complete, for it to be perfect. Source wouldn't have dreamed you up as a possibility to experience itself as if you lacked importance, if you lacked value. And so now we're going to call in the memory, the moment, the experience that you need to recall today to become receptive to all of the goodness that is flowing to you. And this is dropping into your conscious awareness in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit here. You may see someone's face. You may be dropped into a frame of the past. You may hear something that someone said to you. But this is a significant energy that has been dominant in your vibration, that has been blocking you from remembering the truth of who you were and are before this falsehood was introduced into your frequency. Now let me know in the chat, whatever feels comfortable for you to share, what's coming up. My mom told me I was ugly. Wow. My older sister told me I was annoying. My mother leaving me when I was a child. Thank you guys for sharing. I know these are deeply personal. Now, all of these actions, all of these behaviors were an extension of their lower vibrating self. Now, I'm going to ask the higher selves of whoever that person is or who is connected to this moment for you, inviting in their higher selves. And their higher selves is now showing you their hidden pain. What was their hidden pain? Or their disconnection from all that is that would make them move in this way? What was their hidden pain? And as this is revealed to you, we are reprogramming your inner child, your innocent self, your pure self, to receive in this moment that you were never the issue. There was never anything wrong with you. This was never the truth of who you are. This moment was about their pain. But this moment is now coming full circle. And so it was always meant to happen this way for you to fully remember who you are, understand who you are, step into the mastery of who you are. Release the falsehoods that have never been who you are. And let me know in the chat what type of pain they were acting from. I'm seeing abuse and mistreatment. My dad felt abandoned by his alcoholic mother. They felt unloved. My mom's fear of abandonment created the separation from me from the get-go. Okay, beautiful. So this is very important when we start to realize it was never about me. They were just in pain. They were just in pain. Now, as the higher self is revealing this pain, you know what we're going to do? There's a big ball of golden Christ light, and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger. And now it's encompassing you and them in this ball of light. Just sit in the purification that is happening in your field.